Gunna was once one of the most loved rappers in the music industry. However, after snitching on Young Thug, many of their feelings have now changed on the YSL rapper. So here's reactions that you need to see. With Gunna now being involved in the massive YSL RICO case and facing several years inside a prison, he instead cut a deal with the feds and he snitched out on Young Thug, throwing him under the bus for multiple charges. Young Thug was one person in Gunna's life that helped him out the absolute most from bringing him out of the hood that he was living in. Gunna's officially now been released from jail after snitching, and rappers have reacted to the situation in the exact same way everyone did to 6IX9INE.
You agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocarbons and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL to the detriment of my community. YSL again. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Despite the video proof of Gunna snitching, he decided to try and fool everyone by releasing this message after he was released. While I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, and have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against anyone in the case. Now, rappers were not buying it though, even Young Thug, as when the judge revealed that Gunna is now released as he snitched on him, this was Young Thug's reaction in the courtroom. We would even see 6IX9INE speak his mind on the situation as well in an Instagram post that reads, "Just listen, I know y'all do not want to accept that he snitched, but the judge said, you are aware YSL is a street team, correct?" Where Gunna responded, "Yes, ma'am." The judge says only you and Jeffrey are in the car, and the police find illegal items. These didn't belong to you, correct? Gunna responded, "Yes, ma'am." Now go ahead and make your excuses. I stand on whatever I do or did. That's why I'm still walking on this earth and nothing has ever happened to me. Although 6IX9INE was not done here. He hopped on the app Clubhouse and he spoke with Whack 100 to now explain that Young Thug is in a very terrible situation due to Gunna's plea deal.
So me pleading guilty is only making it worse for my man. I'm saying I was there. Yes, I did it. I plead guilty. I am guilty. I am guilty. Anything you said in that courtroom is going to be used against your man, my man. That shit is over.
Then, just a week after that call, 6IX9INE would meet up with DJ Academics to share even more thoughts of Gunna snitching.
He just implicated YSL being so now he's home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying, I'm a record label.
Shortly after this, NBA YoungBoy would jump on his own podcast, as thousands of fans were asking his opinion on the YSL case as well as Gunna snitching, where YoungBoy had this to say.
Don't call me asking me about what I think about the situation or do I think snitching. I honestly don't give not one. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Surprisingly, not everyone is hating on Gunna off the rip, as Lil Duval spoke out stating, nobody should pin snitch on Gunna unless Young Thug says it. So with Young Thug now sitting in jail, dealing with the entire YSL RICO case on his own, he hasn't been able to let his thoughts out on Gunna's plea deal. One of Young Thug and Gunna's closest friends in the game, however, Lil Baby, spoke his mind on how he feels with Young Thug in lockup and Gunna out in the free world, where Lil Baby said, he He is like one of my personal friends, so we talk a lot on the phone, you feel me? And me and Gunna were like neighbors. Do you know what I'm saying? So for them to be in this situation, I don't really like to talk to them. I kind of miss them though a bit for sure. Lil Baby would shortly after unfollow Gunna on Twitter and Instagram after the news dropped, with academics tweeting, "The streets are saying Lil Baby unfollowed Gunna. Do y'all think the industry giving Gunna too much of a hard time for being a truth teller or nah?" Lil Durk would then shortly also react to Gunna snitching, as he referenced Gunna in one of his latest song snippets by singing the lyrics, "What happened to Virgil, he probably gonna tell." Now this is actually a reference to the title of Durk and Gunna's collab song titled "What Happened to Virgil," showing that Lil Durk is not a fan of Gunna's recent actions and is most likely done making music with him. Charleston White had also a lot to share on the YSL case as well as Gunna, as he predicted all along the prosecutors were gonna try and turn everyone against the kingpin Young Thug. Seeing as though he is the main target, he had to say this in an interview.
I'm always willing to bet with any rapper, if they keep Young Thug locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too. They keep him 6 more months, he'll tell to get out of jail too.
But what's surprising the most is that he actually admires Gunna for snitching to get out of the court case.
Gunna is out of prison. I never thought I would be happy to say y'all, Gunna is out of prison. Now, I'm glad he got out by telling. I think that was smart, Gunna. I'm a Gunna fan now. I'm gonna tell.
However, it didn't end here, as Charleston then gave his serious thoughts on the situation during a Say Cheese TV interview.
I wouldn't say what Gunna did was a snitch, because Gunna's not a he made a confession.
When Gunna was done snitching and returned home, we would then see rap OG Boosie share his thoughts on Gunna. Considering he comes from the old school streets, where you would always be quiet, do your time, and never snitch, he would go on to tweet, "This would have put tears in my eyes, my brother, my artist. Like, what am I defending my life for, saying I'm not in a street team and you do this to your big dog? You knew it was a street team. Saying the items in the car weren't yours, well, who else was in the car for them to be for?" He even then spoke more, saying, and I quote, "He had one charge. He was not gonna get any hard time. These lawyers don't care about your legacy. They know what they're doing to your name. They're getting you out of jail, so their name goes viral, and you gotta pay them even more money once you are free, and they even made you cooperate. It's a cold game." And this made Boosie even have more things to share on social media, as he then followed it up with an Instagram live where he stated,
"Yeah, they bring your reputation to the ground, but the lawyer reputation all the way to the sky." And he knew what he was doing the whole time.
Rapper Sauce Walka would then also speak on it, saying that he would even never do such a thing to Young Thug. Gunna received tons of help from Young Thug during his come up, and for him to portray Young Thug like this is plain wrong. Walka spoke on this during an IG live.
I've been through multiple situations, and it's always going on. It never stops. We always going through something, and I would never tell or fold on my brother in no way, shape, or form. Give me my 30 years, give me my 25.
Just like everyone did Tekashi 6IX9INE when he snitched, he says everyone should keep that exact same energy towards Gunna, as he didn't want everyone switching up how they feel about a rapper snitching just because it's an artist that they like more. As he would go on to say,
"All of y'all, the man is 6IX9INE, all you that said all this about 6IX9INE, all them other they told, y'all better do the same thing."
This would then even lead into Tech's reaction. He was never much of a fan of Gunna, and he would even hop on an interview to poke fun at Gunna for being a snitch.
But it's like you got caught with some it wasn't my I don't know who it was. How you don't know? If both of y'all in the car. It's just y'all two in the car. I don't know who it is. That's like, you ain't pointing a finger, you pointing elbows. You like, man, look.
Shortly after, we would even see reactions from Boston Richie. He didn't approve Gunna switching sides on Young Thug, where he would say, "Shaking my head. The streets ain't for everyone. Free Young Thug." With this tweet now going viral on social media, this is where we would see Freddie Gibbs. He has never been a fan of Gunna. Ever since a video was released many years ago of Gunna on Crime Stoppers detailing a local crime that went down to reporters, Freddie would find this video and then take it to Twitter, where he stated, "If you were on Crime Stoppers TV, then you're a snitch. There's just no way around it. Now initially, Gunna was quiet in response to Freddie, but when he would go on to drop his DS Forever album in 2022, Gunna went back after him, where he states, "When my album drops, Freddie Gibbs will be the biggest moment of his career." Gunna then dissed Freddie on his album in a song titled Poochie Gown by rapping the lyrics, "I can't rock with Freddie Gibbs, that boy tellin' fibs." So with Gunna now officially being labeled as a snitch, Freddie would go off on Gunna again in a string of tweets, starting with "telling fibs." He continued, "I hate to say I told you so," knowing full well that Freddie thought Gunna was a snitch already back in 2020. He even then released another tweet stating, "When art imitates reality," showing this parody clip of Gunna snitching.
"Look, give me some McDonald's. When you come back, I might remember something. Can you do that?"
"Oh yeah, Big Mac, fries, Coke."
"Yeah."
"Done."
Now Freddie still kept going, as he would follow it up by stating, "I prayed for this day. Rap is just full of snitches. So are y'all gonna welcome this man home with open arms?" Now things ended up getting a lot more serious just shortly after that. YSL members that are staying true and loyal to Young Thug, they had enough. They wanted Gunna to be dealt with. As DJ Academics would tweet, "YSL is having a beef on Instagram." Gunna came out and tried testing the water, claiming YSL the label, and even said "Free Young Thug." Everyone in YSL is looking at Gunna like, "Buddy, you are the reason that he's even in there," as they all unfollowed him right after, as well as Young Thug's sister. So this all began when Gunna tweeted, "Rest in peace Lil Keed, I love you and I miss you twin," to then later posting on his Instagram a picture at his at-home studio alongside a caption saying, "People acting like they switching to a side, but it's only one side. Hashtag YSL the label. Free Young Thug and Yak." Now this Instagram post would then get backlash from YSL members, as YSL King Mondo replied to Gunna on Instagram, "I ain't gonna bite my tongue. Baby boy, you don't need to be saying nothing about YSL or Free Young Thug after what you said and what you did."